Hi besties, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Reality Pearl. Thanks for joining me again for the review of The Young, Famous and African Season 1 Episode 3. If you're new here, I make reviews of my favorite reality TV shows with a lot of loud laughter, positivity, and a little bit of shade too. So go on, click that red subscribe button, like and comment if this is the kind of content that you love. Special thanks to all of my subscribers. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I love you all. So for Kanye, this party was supposed to be an intervention stroke party, okay? A party to bring together all of their friends so that they can, sort out their issues. Now, I don't think it worked out the way she wanted it to. That's exactly what happens with interventions. It never works out. But even worse is when the convener cannot get a grip of herself and is swearing at everybody. Nah. Andile was really pissed at Kanye for putting all of their business, according to him, out there in front of some strangers and whatnot, and also swearing at them. So after he gave Kanye a piece of his mind, he left the party. This party really had a very rocky start. And I think it carried on throughout the party.
Annie's husband is having a baby with their personal banker. I hope that's not true.
Wow. I fear Zari. She was looking at Annie while saying this kind of thing about her.
On the phone with someone. Annie calls this person. And the things that she was saying about me were the most horrible things I've ever heard about myself.
Kanye and Nadia took Swanky aside to address some of their issues. So Swanky said he heard Annie saying the most horrific things he had ever heard about himself over the phone to someone he was with. Honestly, I don't buy it, okay? Also, a disclaimer, if you're watching and you've already watched all of the episodes of this show, please bear in mind that I'm reviewing as I'm watching. I want to have a genuine first-hand reaction. So yeah, bear with me with all my analysis and deductions. Some of them might be wrong, okay? But let's move on. So yeah, Swank has said before now that he was going to talk to Annie first. So what changed? I've not seen him talking to Annie yet, but here he is talking to Kanye and Nadia about what happened. It doesn't make sense. Moving forward, Annie decides to do this podcast with Andile, where she's supposedly debunking fake news that doesn't bother her, in quotes. During the podcast, she said something like, Innocent has just 2 baby mamas, and then me, the wife. I said, this one is living in her own land. She said, it's not like the guy was just having babies. What do you mean? He has 5 kids with 2 women while in an on and off relationship with you. No, my sister. He did a lot. It's just you that's not seeing it, okay? He stepped out on this woman how many times? And she's here telling us that he didn't do so much. It's not like what he did. It's not. What? You lost me there, Annie. Because I don't know which is worse. Having a child with several women or having multiple kids with one woman. Because I feel like the latter, is a very deliberate act. She said people are going as far as bringing her children into it. Well, to be honest, that's sad, okay? That's one of the worst things, to see people talking bad about your children. But does Two-Face know this? Does he know that his actions could affect his kids? Does he even think about them? She got so emotional at this point, and I really felt bad for her. Moving forward, Andile and Zari met up and he came with flowers. Oh, Andile. That was nice, okay? I'm falling for Andile now, probably. I might be falling for Andile now. So they get to talking about Diamond and Andile. So they start talking about Diamond, and Andile said Diamond sees him as a brother. That's why, he has a problem with this whole situationship with Zari. Zari said she thinks it's because Diamond knows that Andile is a player. Andile was like, no, not that. He thinks better of me than that. You wish. Zari said she also thinks Andile is very much like her baby daddy. She said they are in the same WhatsApp group. She might be right. I think Andile is far better than Diamond. And that's my opinion, okay? Andile asked Zari if she has any problem with Diamond seeing other women. She said no. Okay, but why don't I believe her? Why don't I believe her? I'm not saying that she's still in love with him, but I can still feel this thing. I don't know what to call it with especially the people that he has dated on the show, like Nadia and now Fanta. So let me just say, maybe she just feels protective over him. Also, he's her baby daddy. She would want to know that he's with someone good, worthy, so to say. They would be her kid's potential stepmom, okay? Whether Diamond gets married or not, whoever it is will, at one point or the other, be around her kids. So maybe that's where all of this is coming from. I don't know. Trust me, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the dynamics between Zari and Diamond. Fantana visited Diamond. Trust me, guys, when I say she visited Diamond with the sole purpose of seducing him. Except that she didn't have to work hard at it because he also had the same ideas. Tell me why Diamond felt the need to tell this girl that he just met about Zari's plans of having more kids with him. What was the reason? What was the reason? Guys, make it make sense, please. Before we knew it, they had their tongues like down each other's throats, like literally. Let's just move on, okay? So we saw the guys playing basketball, and Louis was telling Andile that he stole his moment at the party. Then we also saw Swanky coming to the baby court wearing wearing this. On the other side, Fanta invited the ladies.
Fanta invited us to an event, which I feel like is a little bit too early. Dude, tell me, what did he do? Oh, the date was in his house, so I don't know. Girl, did you
I think Nadia vibes really well with Fanta. When she found out that Fanta was already moving to Diamond, she really wanted to get more tea. That was funny right there. But yeah, that alliance would be dynamite. They were really cool. I liked it. While the ladies were busy trying to paint a naked man, the guys were having guys talk, and they really cracked me up. Seriously. From Louis' toasts for Kanye that didn't make it to the party.
You were slaying before we had slay queens. You were influencing before we had the age of influencer.
And then to Andile putting Quentin's marriage failures out there, it was really hilarious. Talking about Quentin, I think that Quentin still thinks he's a small boy. Okay, he's like a teenager in a man's body. Seriously, like, don't get me wrong, I find him hilarious at times. I think he brings that lightheartedness to the show. But jokes apart, he has some issues. Every time someone asks about his relationship or about Kaylee, he will tell the whole world how he's been keeping it up in bed. I don't want to hear that. Quentin, is that all there is to your relationship? Like, for Christ's sake. I'm beginning to think, is this a front? So we can laugh and not focus on the fact that you have zero compatibility with Kaylee. I like the guy, but I feel like, except his funny self, I don't know what else he brings to the show. And it's also affecting his girl. God, I don't know if you have noticed, guys. She hardly films without him. I mean, those times she films without him, they're like very few and far in between. Now, on the ladies' side, the mountain was like simmering, ready to boil over. And trust Fanta, she kept trying to stir trouble. When it wasn't working, she came up with this brilliant idea to ask the ladies to say something they like about each other. Of course, no one said anything. They had like a moment of silence for that. No. Bonang said, actually, I don't have anything good to say about any of you. She said in her confessional that she doesn't have anything to say about Nadia. She doesn't have anything to talk to her about. On the other side, Louis is still asking for who is single in the group. Then he mentioned that the last time he met Bonang, he forgot to book a hotel room for an event. Actually, he said he booked it, but he forgot to confirm it. He was like, when he meets her, he would like to apologize once again for that. I don't know. Louis is trying so hard to work his way into this group, okay? First it was him talking about Diamond and exes. Now it's him talking about Bonang. And yeah, I don't know how that's going to work for him because he doesn't necessarily have good histories with any of these people, you know. Moving forward, Two-Face is in town with his kids to see Annie. So in this scene, he's like meeting with the boys. First of all, Andile had this deep conversation with him. But I felt like Two-Face was not getting what Andile was trying to say. When Andile said, I hope your family is as strong as you, I felt Andile was talking about Annie, but Two-Face felt he was referring to the kids. Andile has seen Annie break down and cry, not once or twice, over these Two-Face matters, you know. So he knows firsthand that Annie is not as strong as she portrays. But does Two-Face really know? Does he see his wife at all? Quentin and Louis joined them later. And then Louis started talking about how he wants a baby before he clocks 30, whether the mother of the child is in his life or not. He said, in fact, he just wants an egg donor. He has like a whole lot of girls applying to be his egg donor, but he has not seen a suitable one. So I think someone asked him, like, what's his criteria? He said he's looking for someone that has good genes. I swear this guy just looks stupid talking about this. Is this a joke or something? Andile said he thinks Louis does not think things through before saying them. And I totally agree. He probably read something like this somewhere and he's here repeating it. Moving forward, Swanky, instead of being with the guys, invited Fanta and Bonang out. I think Bonang and Fanta are having like a real connection here or something. But Bonang is messy. Bonang is messy AF.
Have you told Swanky about your little thing with Diamond. Swanky don't be mad. Why? He warned me already.
Bonang said in her confessional that okay, she won't also tell Swanky. She will just, keep quiet. After all, it doesn't look as though Fanta can keep a secret anyway. So she'll just wait for Fanta to get around to telling Swanky by herself. Just for them to meet Swanky. And Swanky was not asking Fanta how she's doing. Bonang said she's busy kissing Diamond. I said this one is messy. So Swanky told Bonang about Louis.
Namibia. He said you guys were supposed to do something. He flew. This is the story. I bring Bonang for a gig. She was supposed to be hosting or something, right?
Okay.
And then I think you got to the reception. Whether you wanted flowers in your room or something weird.
Okay.
And it was not there. So you're like,
I'm not sure what Swanky was trying to achieve, but he straight up lied, okay? And assuming he forgot exactly what Louis said, he should have just said, oh, I don't remember exactly what he said.
Bonang said, who is this guy? Like, who is this Louis from Namibia that I don't know about? Why is he lying about me? She was like, let me even find out like who he is. Let me Google him. It was at this point that she said, don't try me, I'll smack you. She felt like, why is Louis lying about her? Like, Bonang is funny too. She said, Louis already is coming into this group and lying. I will smack you. Like the way she said it, it was funny. It wasn't actually the way it was made to look in the trailer. This episode ended right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and let me know what you think about this episode of The Young, Famous, and African. Okay, that's it for now. See you soon.